The massive oak tree towered over my land, older than every house nearby. Its branches shaded generations, roots anchored deep into untouched soil. I maintained it carefully, knowing its protected historical status. One morning, chainsaw noise shattered the quiet countryside calm. Stepped outside, heart sinking instantly. HOA Karen stood grinning beside hired workers. She waved papers, claiming the tree violated community aesthetic rules. Suspense crept in as the chainsaw roared louder. I shouted that the tree wasn't on HOA land. She ignored me completely, signaling workers to continue cutting. Neighbors gathered, sensing something irreversible happening. The oak groaned, cracking under decades of stored tension. Suspense thickened as I called authorities urgently. Karen laughed, confident her HOA power protected her. The final cut landed with a terrifying echo. The oak began falling, but not toward my property. Time slowed as everyone realized the direction was wrong. Suspense peaked as gravity took control. The massive trunk crashed downhill violently. A thunderous impact shook the entire neighborhood. Dust exploded as wood splintered through a rooftop. Silence followed, broken only by distant alarms. Karen's smile vanished instantly. Neighbors whispered, staring toward the destroyed house. Suspense returned as police sirens approached quickly. Karen stepped back, suddenly pale. A patrol car arrived, followed by an unmarked vehicle. The sheriff himself stepped out, face unreadable. He looked at his crushed home silently. Suspense thickened as Karen attempted explaining frantically. She blamed contractors, wind direction, and HOA authority. The sheriff turned slowly toward her. "Who authorized cutting this protected tree?" asked calmly. Karen proudly declared HOA emergency enforcement rights. Suspense sharpened as the sheriff requested documentation. She handed papers confidently, hands shaking slightly. The sheriff read quietly, expression darkening steadily. "This land isn't under HOA jurisdiction," he stated firmly. Gasps, pats rippled through the crowd. Suspense exploded as environmental officers arrived next. They confirmed the oak's protected historical status. Fines were announced, numbers climbing rapidly. Karen's confidence collapsed visibly. Contractors backed away, realizing legal consequences. Suspense peaked as the sheriff inspected the fallen trunk. He counted rings silently, shaking his head. 103 years, he said quietly. Karen tried apologizing, voice cracking now. The sheriff wasn't listening anymore. Officers began documenting criminal property damage. Suspense returned as handcuffs appeared briefly. Karen screamed about HOA immunity. The sheriff corrected her calmly. "As don't outrank the law," he stated firmly. Neighbors recorded everything silently. Environmental fines, property damage, and false authority stacked quickly. Suspense resolved into accountability unfolding publicly. Karen was escorted away, still arguing. Contractors lost licenses pending investigation. The sheriff surveyed his destroyed home once more. He sighed, then turned to me. "You warned her," he said simply. I nodded, still staring at the fallen oak. Suspense softened into bittersweet justice. News crews arrived before sunset. Headlines spread faster than the chainsaw noise. Karen's HOA authority dissolved overnight. Emergency HOA meetings ended in silence. The neighborhood rallied around restoration efforts. The sheriff rebuilt his home stronger. Memorial plaques honored the fallen oak. New trees were planted across the land. Environmental laws were enforced strictly afterward. Suspense faded into lasting consequence. Karen never returned to the neighborhood. HOA signs quietly disappeared. Authority returned to rightful hands. One illegal cut changed everything. One falling tree revealed real power. The land breathed easier afterward. I kept the oak's wood respectfully. A bench was carved from its trunk. It faced the rebuilt sheriff's porch. Justice sat there quietly every morning. Power learned humility that day. Rules learned limits. Nature demanded respect. Arrogance collapsed under gravity. Silence replaced shouting forever. The neighborhood never forgot the sound. Neither did Karen. Authority without law fell hardest. Roots matter more than titles. History doesn't bend to entitlement. And that oak still stood just differently.